Remember when Rob Kardashian claimed last week that him and Alexis Skyy are not hanging out to get back at Blac Chyna? Well, apparently that's not the case. Oh, and it's worth mentioning that Chyna has made it clear Alexis will never meet Dream. Plus, the cops reportedly had to visit Blac Chyna's house again, and we have more details on that original anonymous 911 call. Sources close to Chyna say she thinks Rob was behind the whole thing. Finally, Ryan Seacrest is about to find himself right smack dab in the middle of the KarJenners vs. Chyna lawsuit. I have all the details on this Rob and Chyna news right now, and trust me, this is all stuff you need to hear. How's it going, guys? I'm Madison Hill. There is a lot of Rob and Chyna news, from ulterior motives when it comes to new relationships, to cops, to lawsuits. I have some hot tea for you guys, so pinkies up. Let's kick things off talking about Rob and Alexis Skyy. As you all know, these two have been rumored to be dating since last week, when Rob posted her twice on his Snapchat. And then later on, Alexis proceeded to tell everyone on Instagram that she loves Rob. Conveniently, this all took place after Chyna and Alexis got into a fight while at the same party. People tried to call Rob out for dating someone his baby mama is feuding with, and he tried to defend himself. However, now we're hearing he's quite the little liar.
Liar!
A source close to Rob and Alexis reported to People magazine that the couple's romance was meant to make everyone upset, specifically Blac Chyna. The source said that all of the drama Rob had with Chyna still bothers him, and in fact, he will most likely never get over it. The insider went on to say, quote, "Spending time with Alexis is his way of getting back at Chyna. He is involved with Alexis, but who knows what can happen." Being that Rob already had one relationship out of spite, yes, I'm referring to Chyna. If you remember, these two only started dating after Kylie Jenner got with Chyna's ex-baby daddy Tyga. You would think that Rob would have learned his lesson, but clearly the guy hasn't. Now, for those of you who thought Rob was the recluse of the KarJenner clan, because let's be honest, we've rarely heard from him until now, let it be known that he still is a total shut-in. However, that apparently doesn't stop him from wanting to get mixed up in some drama every now and again. The source ended the insider info saying, quote, "Rob knows he's supposed to stay low-key and not involve himself in drama, but he gets bored and can't help himself." Imagine being so bored because you don't actually have to work for your money that the only thing you have to fill your time is to mess with women and basically pit them against one another. Kinda messed up.
Not to mention, it's pathetic.
Moving on, let's get into more about Blac Chyna. First being that she has made it clear Alexis will have nothing to do with Dream. In a new report from TMZ, sources close to Chyna said her and Rob have an agreement not to introduce significant others to their child within the first 6 months. Chyna reportedly does not believe Alexis and Rob will last 6 months, therefore Alexis will never come in contact with their child. After that info I just told you, I think Chyna might be right about this one. Continuing on with Chyna news, as I told you all yesterday, TMZ reported that LAPD officers were called to her house over the weekend after an anonymous person called 911 and claimed Chyna was drunk and unable to take care of Dream. While TMZ thought this might have been the result of a dispute Chyna had with her makeup artist, we know that to be true now, by the way. We also know that Chyna thinks Rob was ultimately the one behind the anonymous call. A source told Radar Online, quote, "Chyna thinks the makeup artist's story somehow got to Rob, and then someone who knows Rob called 911. Chyna thinks this was another attempt to make her seem like a bad mother when it had nothing to do with the kids and everything to do with her makeup artist." Speaking of said makeup artist, TMZ reports that officers had to visit Chyna's house for a second time yesterday in order to obtain some of the artist's products she left behind after the fight. While TMZ reports that Chyna and this member of her glam team used to be, quote, "tight," clearly those days are long gone. Honestly, while I typically go in on Chyna, I have to say I feel for her here. In this instance, she was not in the wrong at all, other than maybe having a blowout fight in front of her child. So I don't think it's fair someone would accuse her of being too drunk to take care of Dream, especially when a nanny was present anyway. That 911 caller should have done a tad more fact-checking because now they kind of look like an idiot. And I don't think they're going to be the only one now that Ryan Seacrest is being thrown in the middle of the lawsuit Chyna has against Rob and the rest of the KarJenner clan. Yes, the one where she was suing them for getting Rob and Chyna canceled and replacing it with Life of Kylie. Radar Online reports that Ryan will be thrust into the middle of things because of his executive producer role for the Kardashians. He also reportedly tweeted Rob congrats on Rob and Chyna season 2. So therefore, Chyna's lawyers want to see if he knows anything the Kardashians did that would have gotten her show canceled before that second season. If I'm being honest, after those emails surfaced a while back from Kylie and Khloe claiming Chyna was toxic to Rob and their family's reputation, I think Ryan probably has some more tea that he will be forced to spill in Chyna's favor. And no matter what side you're on here. I think we're all on Team T, so Ryan, time to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. All right, you guys, I'm ready to hear your thoughts on all this Rob and Chyna news, from Rob and Alexis being in a relationship to upset Chyna, to Chyna's recent run-in with police, and finally, what do you think about Ryan Seacrest being thrown in the middle of their lawsuit? Let it out down there in the comments. For more on Chyna, check out our original story on cops being called to her home, and for more entertainment news, subscribe now.